What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Tuesday, March 12th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the busiest lady in the business, Andrea Renee.
Oh, what's good, Greg?
The Division 2, Andrea.
Oh my gosh, it is so good.
Barrett, you played, and Andrea, you played. We were all playing together last night. What a time to be alive.
I'm so excited for today.
How tired are you? How tired are you?
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
I played for 10 hours yesterday.
You played. You texted me at like 9 in the morning. Like, servers are live. I was like, fucking stupid job. So did you just play all day?
I did.
Oh, the dream.
I did take a couple breaks. I had to finish editing a video for What's Good, and I had to do some Photoshop graphics work and some other stuff. And, you know,
some of your
work.
job. Yeah, some of your work had to get in there. Yeah. But yeah, God, I can't wait to get back to it. Is that annoying kind of game where it's all I can think about? You know what I mean? Like, I know I got to do all this dumb stuff. And hang out with
it's that
Kevin.
race to the end game. But even now, you can see the strongholds on the map that are going to open up once you hit end game.
Right.
So it looks like they've pre-built in a pretty big tail of content, which is obviously a lot of lessons learned from the first of the division. So really exciting. Yeah,
me too. I can't wait to get deeper into it. It's been interesting though, as I feel. Since I feel committed to this one for quite a while, and so I haven't felt with Division 1, it was very much like I want to get to level cap, I want to get to level cap, I want to get to level cap, and I felt like it was a drag at times to go back and play earlier missions that you've already done. But like last night, I'd already done a whole bunch, and then jumping back in with Fran, Barrett, and Kevin to run through those with them and go, it was like, I'm gonna be here forever. I don't mind doing it.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
Andrea.
Yes, Greg.
Is Halo Infinite going to be a games as service? Is the Apex Legends Battle Pass dropping today? We'll answer these because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. I was so excited to have it figured out. I came to me this morning on how to get the bullet points in and natural thing and still do it every day.
To get a shock collar.
No more need. And nerdy video games you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show, patreon.com/kindafunnygames. If you go there, you can submit your questions, comments, concern, bad PSN names, everything else in the video game sun. Then you can tune in to watch us record it live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. If you're watching live, you have a special job. Go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong. Tell us what we screw up as we screw it up so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later. On youtube.com/kindafunnygames and roosterteeth.com, as well as everybody listening on podcast services around the globe. Housekeeping for you. Remember, we're going to Kansas City, end of the month, March 30th. Flying Saucer Emporium. If you want to, you can get in there without a pass or anything. If you want to go the extra mile, we're doing Comic-Con, Planet Comic-Con panels. You can go there, see Nick interview Henry Winkler, see me interview Mick Foley, see me on the Superman panel, see Tim interview the Power Rangers, see Andy on the Kinda Funny panel. I don't know how he got to do nothing at this thing, but that's how it's working. Barrett, you coming?
I wasn't invited.
Fake fan, Can't even get out there to support the people.
I know how it feels, Barrett. I know how it feels.
Thanks,
you'll be at PAX East. Somebody's got to go carry the
true.
Kinda Funny flag
I'll be
there.
at PAX. Come see me in Boston.
When's your What's Good panel?
So the What's Good panel is Thursday, March 28th at 6:30 p.m. in the Bobcat Theater.
Nice.
And then the What's Good Games meet and greet will be at 2 p.m. on Saturday, March 30th. Okay. And it will be an all-ages meet and greet for the first time.
Bring your kids. Are you bringing your PlayStation? Are you going to play the Division?
We are, only because we're immediately going from Boston to Florida to see my in-laws.
Oh.
And they are a little bit older, so they go to bed quite on the early side. So, I'll be playing.
Yeah, I'll bring
the question is do we bring 2 PlayStations?
John doesn't like games. You know what I mean? Last night you and I were playing. We're like, where's John? You're like, oh, he's doing email. I'm like, whatever. It's real easy. Abandon all the responsibilities you have. Taxes? Like, I'm going to do those now. I get that out of my way. Thank you to our Patreon producers today. They're Mohammed, Tom Bach, and Blackjack. We're also brought to you by Hims, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. 5 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen.
Thank you. Number 1 is Halo Infinite going to be a game as a service. This is from Steve Watts over at GameSpot. Halo Infinite appears primed to get its big debut at E3 2019, but it may be a very different kind of game. Comments from Kiki Wolfkill, the head of Halo Transmedia at 343, has added more reason to believe that the studio is imagining this as an ongoing game or live service. Quote, "We have to be able to change content quickly," Wolfkill told Fortune's Brainstorm Design Conference. Said at, I guess not told. Quote, "We can't afford to wait 3 years every time we drop a new product and have it be a black box because the games kids are playing are changing every week." The reference to the 3-year development cycle as outdated, paired with the title of Halo Infinite itself, would seem to suggest that Microsoft and 343 are planning this entry as an ongoing game of some sort. That would also make sense alongside her reference of the games that kids are currently playing. It sounds like a reference to games like Fortnite, which issues regular challenge updates and new equipment between its large seasonal updates. Wolfkill also referenced, quote, having a set of rules that people can engage with and buy into for years to come, end quote. As the head of Transmedia, Wolfkill's focus is how to tell different kinds of Halo stories across a variety of media. That means she may not be directly involved in game development, but she probably is planning other media and storytelling that takes advantage of the story established in Halo Infinite. That can mean we see stories regularly updating in the game and continuing through other media, or crisscrossing through both. The studio recently had to respond to concerns about microtransactions following a job posting. It has also specified that it will not have paid loot boxes. This news comes as Halo head of franchise development Frank O'Connor has recently confirmed that Halo Infinite will hit PC and Xbox One rather than wait for next-gen consoles. Andrea, what's your read?
I mean, sink or swim here, right?
Yeah.
Like they have to join the party.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Tim forever has been saying a Halo Battle Royale. And even for me, I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting and exciting. And so many people can wrap their head around, they have so many fond memories of Halo multiplayer.
Yeah, well, I mean, King of the Hill was one of the most popular Halo modes, right?
Yeah, Blood Gulch. I can say buzzwords I've heard through Red versus Blue too.
I think that Microsoft wants to be able to pivot quickly going into the next generation of hardware. Obviously, as you just stated, Frank O'Connor has said that this is going to come out on Xbox One. And why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it come out on both Xbox One, whatever Xbox has coming next, because of where it's positioned in the generation cycle? But as far as like a game of service, I think it's the way that developers are figuring out how to do ongoing post-launch content to keep those players invested in the ecosystem that they've spent so much money and time building.
Sirens
and why
on,
not, right?
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing a lot of people doing it correctly and doing it the right way and keeping people engaged. I love to point to Assassin's Creed Odyssey as like a really great kind of poster child for a single player game that was able to keep their community engaged throughout, you know, the post-launch season.
Still are.
Right, exactly. And obviously Fortnite is the kind of poster child for multiplayer. Yeah. So I think, you know, if they can strike a balance between making a really meaningful campaign, since that's always been part of Halo's history, while also, you know, staying true to their multiplayer roots, they could have something really special.
I'll need you fact checking me on this and kindoffunny.com/you're wrong if you don't know. But that was the deal with Halo 5 as well. Didn't they make a lot of they made a big deal. I remember talking to, I think, David Ellis at E3 one year about the fact that they were doing post-launch, like, here, we're giving Halo stories. There's going to be multiplayer, obviously, but we're giving you we're giving you actually story-based content that you need to get back to.
I don't recall the single-player post-launch content for Halo 5, probably because I was pretty disappointed with the single-player content in Halo 5. Clearly, multiplayer stood out, as it always does, but I love Halo campaigns, and I was just not wowed by Halo 5's campaign and the direction narratively that they took. So we'll see what they do with Infinite.
Infinite sounds like, you're right. You sink or swim, right? And I do think when you're Microsoft and you're thinking about how to bring people to your console and your games and have them never leave, you think about what exclusives you do have and what exclusives do matter. And Halo does matter. So if they can come out and they can, like you're saying, deliver a great Halo story and then also give you great Halo multiplayer and a great Halo Battle Royale and give you so many bells and whistles, and, you know, we always talk about these games of service like a buffet, right? Where you can come in and what do you feel like that day? And if it is that, you know, 3 times a year they drop these meaty story campaign beats that you can go through and play with your friends, awesome. They're updating this. They're giving you a reason to. There's new cosmetics for, you know, Master Chief or whoever your Spartan is each and every day. It makes a lot of sense. And it would be, I think, a great way to get people back into the Xbox community if they drifted. If it was, hey, it is the Halo gameplay you know, love. It feels like Halo. It is giving you Blood Gulch memories and King of the Kill. I've run out of things I know from Halo. Here we go. Nanobiologist on kindoffunny.com/you're wrong says Halo 4 received post-launch content related to story, but was in the form of Spartan Ops. That is what I was looking for. Thank you. Halo 5 only received multiplayer updates. Perfect. Thank you. Speaking of multiplayer updates, Greg Way, man, I'll tell you what, it's only going to get worse as I stay up later and later playing Division 2. Let's see how we feel on Friday. Number 2 on the Rover Report is a new Apex Legend character coming, and did it just get leaked? Jesse Wade at IGN has a summary. A new Apex Legends character has potentially leaked online, according to user Shrugtul on Twitter as of Tuesday morning. User @Shrugtul found the image on EA servers, which included details of the character named Octane, and reported that it was taken down after 10 minutes. The background itself is still live without any of the text and the URL for the image. That mentions the Season 1 Battle Pass for Apex Legends. When I got into the kind of funny mail, Gilly Brums, frequent contributor, had mentioned the fact that there was this rumor that the Season 1 Battle Pass could drop today after Respawn announced it would be launching its first major content drop sometime in March. Andrea, do you believe it?
Sure.
On the EA servers, this little image of this guy throwing up his fingers.
I mean, why not? They've had a really good, couple of weeks post-launch.
Yeah. Barrett, can you pull it up?
It's time to, give another shot of adrenaline into that ecosystem before Fortnite overtakes them yet again.
Yeah.
Because
with their new season, their new drops, I saw Fortnite's adding a hamster ball you can get in and drive around and stuff. That's the thing, and that's how these games as service works, is that there is something, right? Every day, a new reason, every week, a new reason to turn it on.
Well, and I think that they're anticipating maybe a slight dip with people checking out The Division, at least for the first couple of weeks.
Sure.
Since that is a multiplayer focused game as well that does have, a revamped PvP component.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously Battle Royale is its own genre, but yeah, release more stuff. Have more PR beats, more reasons for people to go to your subreddit.
Big Daddy Bear throwing it up here. So this is what the character looks like if you are a viewer at home. You can see it's got the Apex Legends background there, and then he kind of looks like a Borderlands character to me.
Yeah,
right? A Psycho.
He looks like a cross between a Psycho and the guy with the falcon with the weird hair, whose name is just completely blanking from my mind right now.
Barrett, if you go back and then you actually click on, you just show all this, show the IGN article. We already gave him credit. What's up, Jesse Wade? And click on the Twitter user Shrugtul there, that hyperlink at the very top.
Mordecai.
Right
That's his
there,
name.
thank you. And then this will show you when you throw it up the text that was originally on the image that was talking and referencing what seemed to be a battle pass. Right there, you go. And this was, I think, confirming a little bit more that maybe this is real, maybe it's about to pop. We'll see. Maybe this is old news by the time you get it, and I just wasted your time. If so, I hope you enjoyed my voice. But yeah, Apex Legends, obviously so strong out of the gate. Andy still streams it every night, it seems. Still so popular. This is obviously key to a games as a service, right? And making it relevant over and over again. It's dropping cool stuff and keeping the audience happy. Yeah.
That is correct, Greg.
Thank you. I wanted your approval. Number 3. We briefly talked about this yesterday. And I'm glad you came in with the clarification. Yesterday, at the very end, I was like, oh, yeah. And the Hollywood Reporter says the Fortnite dance lawsuits are dropped, but they may come back. And I didn't understand why. Andrea Renee came through today with the Polygon article by Austin Goslin. Fortnite dance lawsuits dismissed after new Supreme Court ruling. Stick with me, everybody. Law firm Pierce Brainridge has dismissed 5 of its copyright lawsuits against Epic Games over dances in Fortnite, it announced in a news release. The decision to dismiss the suits comes as a result of the Supreme Court's decision last week in Fourth Estate Public Benefit Corp vs. WallStreet.com, which changes the traditional understanding of process in copyright suits. Quote, previously, plaintiffs could file copyright infringement lawsuits as soon as they applied for a registration with the Copyright Office. Now, plaintiffs have to wait for the Copyright Office to act on that application before filing suit, which, as a result of its backlog, can sometimes take many months, the law firm said in a statement about the lawsuits. Because the suits were originally filed immediately after the plaintiffs applied for copyrights on the dances, all have been dismissed for the time being. This, of course, includes the Fresh Prince dance, the Orange Shirt Kid dance, Backpack Guy, Millie, whoever, all those people. You know what I'm talking about. There's no guarantee that the U.S. Copyright Office will actually approve the registrations, however. The process for copyrighting dance moves in the U.S. is extremely murky. According to U.S. law, you can't actually copyright a dance move, only fully choreographed routines. The difficulty is that there's really nothing to say what the dividing line is between the two. While some of the filings may qualify as choreographed routines, others might not. It's up to the Copyright Office to decide how this affects Fortnite and its popular dance emotes going further. So thank you, Andrea, for giving me a ray of light on what. I'm like, what? It didn't make any sense yesterday when I was reading the headline and the little subtext. It was like, it's done, but for now. I'm like, what? Can you even do this? Stop threatening people.
Government, man.
It's so complicated.
It
Why
really
can't
is.
it be easy and just say, Fortnite, put whatever you want in your game? Take everything.
Because people are greedy, Greg.
Are they greedy, or is it their art? Is it their
money.
art? Is it their art? Like if they did come in and they just stole well, not that we stole those logos. If we stole if they stole the Kind of Funny logo, I'd be like, hey, what the fuck, man? I would. I mean,
but isn't your Kind of Funny logo trademarked?
exactly.
See, that's different.
Sure. Good point.
This is why they're being thrown out, because they don't actually own the copyright for the thing that they're suing. That
Now
they
I'm
own
caught
the
up.
copyright
Now I'm caught
for.
up with what you're saying. Okay, sorry. I
That's
thought you were
my
just
point.
blatantly saying, or blanketly saying.
Oh no! Like if you have intellectual property
Sure.
rights, you should absolutely be paid for your work, 100% without question.
You have a lot of lawyer friends, right?
I do.
Hey Barrett, bring up the "Come On" logo, and I don't mean. I'm not making a gross joke here. QUMON, like children's. Put that in there. QUMON children's, and bring up that fucking
You mean
logo.
Cumon?
Cumon? Well, I was saying it's "Come On." It's pretty clear.
It's Cumon.
It's pretty clear. It's the "Come On."
You mean the tutoring service?
Exactly. I want you to show this to Andrea and then show it to the kids. Show everybody everything, right? Because I need all the lawyers out there.
You know, Cumon was a brand before Kind of Funny was a brand.
Did they have a blue and white thing with a smiley face before then? I
It's
doubt
not a
it.
smiley face, though.
I doubt it. You're right. It's not. It's not even a Kind of Funny face. It's I'm a bored kid trying to study math, reading, and
Here's
success.
the thing about the intricacies of copyright and trademark law is that if you were going to file a trademark, which
Sure.
I assume that your legal team did on behalf of Kind of Funny's
I'm sure
parent
Nick
company,
did.
You have to be incredibly specific with the details of what the trademark is for. And the Kind of Funny signature smiley face has one winky eye.
No. It's got
Right?
it's got like one smiley thing up. You're thinking of the Kind of Honey's one. The Kind of Honey's one has one. There's many
So it's like-
variations of
it's
the face.
It's the way that the smile goes.
Sure. And I'm saying "Come On's" getting pretty close to it.
Cumon.
Everybody Google "Come On Kids." You'll see what I'm saying.
Stop, Greg.
Number 4, it's another Fortnite story. Fortnite is going to maybe introducing an undo purchase button. This
Thank
is
you,
from
Barrett.
Shabana Arif over at VG247. Shabana doing a whole bunch of work. Usually I read from IGN for Shabana, but here we are on VG247. Go get it. Epic Games has plans to add the new feature. The undo purchase button, saying it doesn't want to benefit from accidental purchases or have players regret their purchase. The developer shared the update on a Reddit thread created by user Spicy Habanero 69, which has to be Fran Mirabella, who discovered that the Japanese version of the game has a confirmed purchase screen before players can proceed to fritter their money away. Commenters speculated on the absence of a similar feature in the West, with some suggesting that Epic is deliberately holding it back to scam sausage-fingered players. That's a shot at Kevin. This is such a Kind of Funny story. Quote, seeing that it already works in another country just makes them look dishonest and highlights how far they'll go for money, said one such Redditor. It wasn't long before one of the devs came onto the thread to explain that this isn't the case and that an undo button is on its way to the store. Quote, we neither want to add friction for players nor do we want to benefit from accidental purchases or players regretting a purchase. Our initial solution for this was to add a refund token system. As an ongoing iteration, we are going to introduce an undo button to the store page that allows you to simply refund without using up a token within a 5-minute time window, assuming you haven't started a match since said purchase. PlayStation 4 in Japan, this is still the quote, PlayStation 4 in Japan is a bit of a special case due to the cross/circle button, meaning being different swapped by default, and there are being options to reverse the meanings of the buttons. Good on them. Just a heads up, if you had fallen into the camp and heard this, that they were greedy. There you go. They're trying to get there. As usual, much like with the Epic Game Store, constantly iterating. And that's the whole thing with Fortnite, obviously, and its success, right? It's constantly iterating, constantly calibrating. And their podcast, you should
Yeah, they
listen
have that in the Eververse and Destiny 2, refund button if you bought something and you changed your mind.
Yeah. Is there a similar time limit on it? Do you know?
I think it's longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it's like 15 minutes.
Gotcha.
But the same kind of rules apply that you obviously you can't open it.
Yeah, you didn't use it. You didn't run around.
Can't go into a match with it
Yeah.
or matchmake once you've bought it because they have to have restrictions. Otherwise, then people would just be,
Willy-nilly.
Exactly.
Throwing their money around all freely. Number 5, and finally on the Roper Report, PlayStation Now is expanding. This is from the European PlayStation blog. We're pleased to announce that PlayStation Now, PlayStation's streaming and download service that gives users access to over 600 games at the touch of a button, is available in 7 extra countries from today. PS4 players in Italy, Spain, Portugal, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway will be able to instantly stream or download hundreds of amazing games on their console. On console, you have the choice to download PlayStation 4 games to your hard drive. If you decide to stream, you'll be able to pick up right where you left off, regardless of whether you're playing on PS4 or PC, thanks to cloud saving. And the catalog continues to grow. Every month, more games join the library, and there's no better time to try out the service. In Europe, PlayStation Now is also available in the UK, Ireland, France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, Austria, and Luxembourg.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah, that was mainly my thing. I think one of the undercurrents of recent KFGDs has been Xbox, as I always say, getting their ducks in a row, doing all these different stuff, beating their chest, talking about what they're doing. And we always look at PlayStation and go, man, like, what is their plan for next generation in terms of streaming, in terms of the cloud? We know PlayStation Now is a thing now. It's not something they really promote all that often. It's interesting to see them start to get it into more places, and you wonder what that means going forward. Yeah,
it's been fascinating how Microsoft has always had more accessibility worldwide with their system than PlayStation has, despite the fact that there are more PlayStations in the world than Xbox.
I was going to say, what do you mean by accessibility?
I mean, when you think about online subscription services, whether it be Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass, It's been available in more territories around the world than PlayStation Now or PlayStation Plus has been.
Gotcha.
And I always thought it really interesting why PlayStation had these hang-ups about getting into specific territories, and I'm sure that there's a lot of
legal mumbo jumbo,
things
right?
on the back end that have a lot to do with that. But I'm like, well, if Xbox is doing it, then there must be a path for PlayStation to do it. And maybe it has to do with Microsoft being the parent company versus Sony being the parent company. Who knows, Greg?
Yeah, nobody knows. The Shadow, I assume.
Well, somebody at PlayStation knows.
Yeah. I was going to name a name, but then I get in trouble when I do that.
Probably John Cadera, since he's in charge.
Well, yeah. Does he know, or does somebody underneath him knows, right?
And then hands him a memo, and then he knows.
I mean, I doubt he knows. I don't. Why? Hey, it's like when I ask a question. Why are we?
It's Jim Ryan.
Why are we doing something, Joey?
Me.
Joey tells me it's in one ear out the other. I don't know why we don't do whatever we do, and so how it worked. Andrea.
Yes, Greg.
I'm excited to see how PlayStation Now fits in to the future because streaming is going to be huge. I keep telling you.
No one's going to buy it, Greg.
God damn it. But it's still so far away to see who's right or who's wrong about the streaming future. If I wanted something more immediate, like say what came to the mom and grab shops, where would I go?
You would go to the official list of upcoming software across each and every platform as listed by the Kind of Funny Games Daily Show host each and every weekday.
Yeah. Out today. Ghost of a Tale on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Truberbrook on PC and Mac. The Caligula Effect Overdose on PlayStation 4, PC, and Switch. Rico on PlayStation 4. The Wizards on PlayStation 4. The Lego Marvel Collection on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That's 3 Lego Marvel games in one. I'm in 2 of them. They didn't pay me to say that. That's just facts. Claybrook Switch on Switch. Exocraft on PC and Mac. Factory Town on PC and Mac. Lo-Fi Ping Pong on PC. I want to play Lo-Fi Ping Pong.
Yeah,
can you show me it? Is that ever going to come something out in the TurboTax machine? Bomb Fall on Switch. Little Shopping on Switch. Hypno Space Outlaw is a zany but heartfelt tribute to the 90s internet culture from the wonderful mind of Jay Tholen, and it's out on Steam and GOG now for $20. And then Red Dead Online is getting an update. Let's hear from Rockstar themselves. This week's new addition to the series. Let me try this all again. God, The Division's a good game. This week's new addition to the series is Spoils of War, a frontier take on capture-style multiplayer. You can launch this new mode using the featured series title in the Red Dead Online beta launch menu via the quick. All right, in Spoils of War, 2 to 16 players compete in this team-based mode to defend their stockpile and raid each other's. Each team must steal loot from their opponent's base and return it to theirs while defending their own stash. Whichever team steals the most by the end of the match wins. You can take on this new showdown mode across a variety of locations, including Fort Mercer and Valentine. As added benefits this week, you'll also get a 20% XP boost on all showdown modes, and winning one Spoils of War match will earn you an extra bonus of 8 times dynamite arrows that you can retrieve from the post office or your camp lock box. All right. This is it. Lo-Fi Ping Pong doesn't look like what I was expecting at all.
It looks exactly like what I was expecting.
I thought it was going to be like Pong. All right, go ahead.
It's a demo trailer. So
this is a very retro 8-bit art style.
Oh, here we go. Okay, now it's getting to where I was. Now this is what I'm looking for. I want the Lo-Fi Ping Pong. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. This is a good soundtrack. Okay.
Yeah, the ping pong ball is like 4 pixels
put together. Bring this to Switch. Bring it to Switch. Lo-Fi Ping Pong for everyone. Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Worth pointing out, today, the March episode of Xbox, Inside Xbox, is dropping at 2 p.m. Pacific. Remember, this is the one that said, we'll have exciting news involving Halo the Master Chief Collection, and the hour-long episode will also feature DayZ, One Piece World Seeker, and of course, Xbox Game Pass.
Halo the Master Chief Collection coming to Xbox Game Pass. Isn't that already on Game Pass?
Well, this is exciting news involving Halo Master Chief Collection, period. So what are they adding? There's been rumors. Are they adding Reach? Are they do what?
Ooh, if they
what?
added Reach, I would pay for that right now.
Because that's the thing about Halo Master Chief Collection, right? Really rocky launch, and then they continue to add to it over and over again and make it better.
Would you call it a rocky launch?
Yeah, wouldn't you?
No,
Really?
I thought it was excellent at launch.
No,
I remember a lot of people complaining about.
no, there was like
You complain. Okay, let's be clear. Complaining about the multiplayer connectivity.
right where it was like it was unplayable for that was the one where
see,
like
that's why I didn't care about that.
You were
I
just playing
didn't
single
play
player?
the multiplayer.
Gotcha.
I thought what they did with remastering all of the Master Chief Halos was really fantastic.
oh sure no and that was the thing of doing it and where they are now excellent. But I remember it was like Tim and
It's almost like, Greg, that games with a multiplayer online component tend to have difficulty at launch.
sure. Yes, that is what it's like. But I'm trying to get. I think it was Justin Davis when we were still at IGN was like, that game's gonna dominate my life. It's all it's gonna play, and it launched and it couldn't even fucking connect. And then it went on for a while, right, Barrett? Am I wrong? Kindoffunny.com/you're wrong. You can give me a link to the problems with it.
It went on for a bit. I remember it was like a good couple month period.
But then it's like now everybody loves it. It's amazing. It's
I just
gone
remember
to
when they finally fixed it. Like it felt like it had already come and gone. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But look, here it is going strong, and maybe adding Reach and getting Andrea back in.
And maybe going to PC. That's
the other room. That is the other rumor. Yeah, that'll be on PC.
Is it not on PC? I thought it was a Play Anywhere title.
Nope.
What? The Master Chief Collection?
Yeah, I was going through the Microsoft Store actually the other day on my PC because I wanted to play Cuphead, and I could not find the Master Chief Collection.
Now
anywhere.
that is shocking.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a lot of things that can happen with the Master Chief Collection, everybody, and it's going to be very interesting. So that's
All
why I'm
right.
telling you, look out
There you
for
go.
Inside Xbox, or just watch Kind of Funny Games Daily tomorrow, where I'm sure I'll just recap everything.
true.
Speaking of games that are online that have a lot of problems, Fallout 76's DLC has been delayed. This is a tweet from them. It's just today. We're moving the release of the Wild Appalachia? Somebody tried to correct my pronunciation of this before, and I was like, I'm sorry, guys. It's never going to happen. What do you got for me, Barrett? You're leaning in. Appalachia?
I forget. I thought I had it. but I
Back one
forget.
day on all platforms. We just need a little more time to brew. Experience the new quest, crafting station, and much more starting now on March 13th. This leads us to new dates. Crafton Game Union is thrilled to announce that Mist Over is coming to the Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam in summer 2019. Mist Over comes from the developers of both Terra and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. This deep, strategic RPG promises dozens of hours of gameplay and systems that ensure no dungeon ever plays the same way twice. Is this from you or is this them?
Yes. No, this is from their press release, but I put it into the...
Oh, no, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great context. Think of it as a cross between the mechanics of Darkest Dungeon and the thrilling dungeon crawling experience found in Etrian Odyssey. Okay, I will think of it that way.
Greg, I got help from the chat. The Cucubus says Appalachia.
Okay.
What is?
I thought that was going to be a clarification on Master Chief's woes.
No.
Appalachia, got it. Appalachia.
We're talking about the important stuff.
Gotcha. World of
I was
Warship.
just going to let that one go, but
Hey man, get out in front of it. That's why we got the "you're wrong" in the chat, right? World of Warships Legends is coming to early access on consoles on April 16th, and then Dead Cell's new DLC Rise of the Giant comes out March 28th.
And then the nanobiologist wrote into "You're wrong," even though it's not a missed new date because you wrote it before we started new dates.
Oh my god, my head.
But we did, in fact, not put this in the show notes. The Hollow Knight Collector's Edition is now available for pre-order through fangamer.com. It releases May 31st and comes with a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I'm not going to read everything it
No,
comes
you're doing
with.
fine. You're doing fine.
If you want to go find out, just Google Hollow Knight.
Time for Reader Mail. But first, I'm going to tell you it's brought to you by Hims. Get out of here, champ. You know what I'm talking about? Don't worry about it. We're going to start with Kuchoco, who wrote into patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. Wait, Nick Scarpino still has something to say. Barrett, bring up his mic. Hold on.
After you left yesterday, did you see that someone brought a cat into the office?
Barrett, please kill the microphone. Kuchoco says, "What's up, Greg and Andrew?" At least I'm assuming it's Greg. Maybe he got too sleepy from playing the Division 2 and is still in bed playing Division 2. I wish. Anyway, last month we saw Anthem get the staggered release for people that decided to pay for Origin Premiere. This week, we get the Division 2 release staggered between the Gold and Ultimate and Standard editions. It seems the idea of people seeing streamers play early may push players to just pay the surcharge. Do you think that instead of changing the base price of games, that publishers will follow this shift of charging $10 to $20 more for some extra skins and 3 to 5 days of early access to the games /DLC. Andrea?
Yes, Greg.
Yes. I don't think this is going anywhere. Do you?
No.
it's marketing, right? It's marketing 101, and it works out fairly well, you assume. It did seem like a lot of people, with me playing The Division last night, talking about it, tweeting it out, it seemed like I was getting a lot of stuff. It's out already? How are you already playing, right? And then other people coming in, because I was seeing it hours later, and saying, oh, well, it's the gold edition, it's the ultimate edition. If you can do that, you can get in there. It's an interesting one. It's still not like what we talked about with Anthem, right? Where that was like
It's not as egregious.
Full week, yeah, where it was a full entire week.
And it was platform restricted to their premium subscription service.
Yeah.
And that's what made the way that they rolled out Anthem really gross. Not to say that, early access is
in general isn't weird.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But I think that this is certainly a less egregious way to go about it, to say, hey, anyone on any platform has the opportunity to buy early access.
We're not funneling you into our store, which is what was happening with EA.
You can purchase it from GameStop, you can purchase it from Best Buy, you can purchase it from Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where, and then it doesn't matter which platform you're on. I think that that's definitely a better way to go about it, and clearly it helps them ramp up their online servers so that they're not getting a dump of millions of players at the same time. Because I still experienced hard crashes yesterday
I
got dumped into a queue. Like I was in the middle of a match.
Oh wow!
And the Division 2, it just like hard crashed me to the dashboard, and then when I rebooted the game back up, I had to enter a queue to get back in.
Oh wow, really? See, that was what I was not amazed by, but like last night we did so much and played for so long. And it wasn't until the end when Fran was talking to his chat more where he was like, yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, this has been, for the most part, seamless in terms of
it was a pretty small group yesterday.
Exactly.
Though.
I'm having texture pop in on signs and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. Even Jen was watching like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, it's day -1. It is 1, whatever.
Right.
But that was my thing of like, in the shower, I was like, oh man, what a great, and it ran so well. I'm like, oh wait, Friday though. Let's see how it runs Friday.
I've heard even so far this morning it's gotten substantially worse with the open up the kind of floodgates from everybody who's got the gold and ultimate editions. But yeah, I think this weekend is really going to be the true test.
100%. And of course, we're streaming Anthem Friday afternoon. So get ready for some Tetris 99, I'm sure, when inevitably it's all crashed out and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, do you think that instead of changing the base price of games, that publishers will follow this shift? 100%. I think that the value of the dollar, your dollar, the gamer's dollar, the consumer's dollar is still it's paramount in every conversation we have about games. And that's become clear, obviously, these last few weeks as we've talked to the audience. I think that this is the easiest way for publishers and developers to be like, cool, we want to make more money from you. We want you to feel like your money's going to something that's worth it. We don't want to just take your money and gouge you and laugh and smoke our cigars. We want you to feel like you're getting a benefit out of it. And so these staggered releases seem to do that, where it is, people were doing it in the chat asking Fran what you're getting, and it is you're getting exclusive skins, what I mean, new cosmetic items and little backpack danglers, right, that can show that you were there on negative day 2 or whatever, and you're having a great time. But you really are just paying to get the access earlier and get into the game you want earlier, whether it be a Dark Zone edition or something like that. And I think in some ways I think it's a fair enough trade-off, or even with Anthem when it was a week out, I was like, that sucks, but whatever. Like it wasn't like backbreaking to me. And if I hadn't gotten this edition, right, the one to get in from Ubisoft for review, if I hadn't gotten that ahead of time, I would have paid the money, but that's because Division is that kind of game for me, right? Like I'm buying my friends copies of the Division so they'll play with me.
Right. I mean, it's all about player choice, right? And it's options, not requirements.
And see, that's the thing, right? Because that's a great way to put it, Andrea. God, you're smarter than me. Options versus requirements, right? Because what the other side of this would be, okay, cool, then we're going to give you on launch day this is what we talked about of like, would you pay $100 for a game? Like if Division 2 was like, regardless of the cosmetics and the early access, take that out. We think this game's worth $100. What would that do to them, right? I think they would look worse. Ubisoft would look worse if that was the one required way, right? Now, granted, you could argue, well, no, they could be an optional version there. That is $60. It's a base game and up and up and up, right? But is it just the cosmetic items that maybe aren't worth the extra $20? I mean, they're saying right now the extra early days are worth your time. Or worth your money, I should say.
Well, I mean, and like the Ultimate Edition comes with the year 1 season pass, and I think that is really where the value is versus just like the cosmetics or the special guns that you get at launch. Quite frankly, I don't even think I used the gun that came with the
I'm using that
edition
shotgun, I'll tell you what.
that Ubisoft provided us. But the year one content is the stuff that I think I'm more interested in, the extra assignments, the specialist classes, the other stuff that you get to play in the game.
And that's the thing where even that, right, we talked about it on here, even that gets so complicated, right? Because the season content, like the episodes, right, are all free. They're putting that out for everybody.
Correct.
But then it is what you're drilling down into with the season pass of, well, cool, you get these extra bounties. You get this extra thing there, caches or something to that effect, I think. It's everyone's still, this is what I always come back to with the argument of how much a games cost, online passes, loot boxes, blah, blah. People are still trying to figure it out, obviously. But I still think we're seeing the progression of what we say as pundits, what the audience say, what we all say as gamers. You see that ripple effect happening where you do see it getting better, I think personally, and maybe I'm wrong and maybe you have a different opinion, and I'd love to hear it. kindoffunny.com/KFGD for tomorrow. But I do think that as you look out as what's happening, I think the Division 2 launching and being like, cool, all the content's free. We're still selling a season pass, but that is literally just for the icing on this cake we've made, and we've made you a giant cake.
It's true. So there's a lot of stuff in there.
And
I think that companies like Rockstar are really leading the way there. I think what they did with GTA 5 and GTA Online is truly the gold standard for value in video games. The fact that you get all of GTA 5 in that amazing narrative work in that open world that they built. And then on top of that, you get access to so many activities in GTA Online. I think they really kind of like set the standard as to this is what $60 value should be. And that's why there's like, 80 million copies of GTA sold
People are
worldwide.
buying extra copies just to get the shark cards to do everything else.
And not every publisher, not every developer can offer that and can do that or has the technology or the resources to build a game like that. But I think if more teams that come from AAA studios can strive to put as much value in the box as possible,
100%.
I think gamers would be more appreciative and the industry would be healthier overall.
And again, I know you obviously, everybody who watches this or listens to this knows that I've been super excited for Division since I platinum Division 1. Like,
you just won't stop talking about it, Greg.
Too bad. It's gonna. Let me tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a rough fucking month for you if you don't want to hear about Division. All
Use
right?
the timestamps.
Just drop out until I get a review copy of Days Gone. No. I thought yesterday, again, you want to talk about like your voice actually being heard. I think so many times gamers do think that nobody's listening or, they see the same mistakes or similar mistakes. Yesterday, the Ubisoft and the Division put out that tweet that was like their scroll of all the content that's in the Division at launch and it was like, and they used content in their tweet, which was basically, you want content? We've got tons of content. And it is that thing of developers and publishers really realizing what $60 means to you and how they can hopefully get that from you but make you feel like you're justified in it. In the same way you're bringing up GTA, right? Where, people were buying other copies of GTA on discount to get the card, to do the thing. But you never heard people being like, holy shit, is Rockstar gouging me? People were happy, it seems, to turn over that money. And I'm sure there's notable flare-ups in the community about this item or that thing. But for the most part, everybody's like, no, they've earned every dollar I've given them. And that's what you want in these relationships.
Absolutely.
Right, Barrett?
Sure.
Alex D writes into patreon.com/kindoffunnygames and says, Greg, since you guys are coming to Kansas City March 30th for the Kind of Funny World Tour, you seriously need to check out UpDown if you have time. It's a bar arcade full of retro machines, KC brews, plus Killer Queen, and usually Mario Kart Double Dash. Okay, good tip. Barrett? Put that on my agenda since you won't come and you hate supporting the fans.
I would if I was coming.
No, it sucks that you just can't come. You know what I mean? Just come for us.
Yeah.
Blackjack writes in to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames and says, hey, Greg and Andrea, what's good? Last week, the official PlayStation YouTube channel had a multi-part documentary about CD Projekt Red. The final part was about Cyberpunk 2077 with a tease at the end that said it would be coming when it's ready. I found this interesting, as typically these type of developer deep dives are reserved for Sony's first-party studios. Do you think it's possible that Sony is having conversations with CD Projekt Red about a possible acquisition?
No.
The last studio Sony purchased was Sucker Punch back in 2011, and since then, they've closed several studios. Also, Microsoft has gone on a purchasing binge over the past year. It would seem that now would be the time for Sony to spend some of their capital on a new studio. Oh, I will echo Andrea. No,
It's not happening.
There's no way in hell they're selling CD Projekt Red. What that is totally marketing, right? Where
Yeah.
PlayStation wants you to think that they are exclusive. When you see CD Projekt Red and you see Cyberpunk 2077,
They want you to buy it for
they want
PlayStation
you
4
They want that
or
commercial
PlayStation
to
5.
end, right, with the PlayStation logo coming up and the beautiful blue and the best place to play. Like it's the same thing we saw with Call of Duty back in the day with Microsoft, right? It's what you've seen with people trying to partner with Rockstar to get exclusive content earlier. Yeah, maybe that's the deal that you're going to see where it is. Yeah, sure. Cyberpunk 2077 DLC comes a week earlier, a day earlier.
And get a special skin on PlayStation.
Right. Have Aloy in there or whatever. But no, that's a very good marketing move from PlayStation that I hadn't been paying attention to, that they're building all these internal team docs. And then they're like, and also here's CD Projekt Red. And everybody's like, oh man, I didn't realize they were working so closely with PlayStation. Clearly, this is the place to get it. And meanwhile, Phil Spencer's like, and he punches his hat. And then what happens? Just money falls out. And then he buys another studio. And then Xbox 2 comes around and it's all streaming. And I laugh at you. I laugh at you, Andrea. And everybody gets excited. Everybody gets excited. I'm sorry. I get caught up sometimes. My place. I go places. You know what I mean? I'm looking for, you know. Gilly Brums says, hi, Greg and Andrea. Simple question. What are your biggest multiplayer pet peeves when matchmaking with randoms? My current frustration has been players in Apex Legends leaving the game immediately after dying, despite any attempt of mine to revive them. Angry Greg voice. I can't keep sticking my neck out there for these flaky cowards. And Angry Greg voice. Thanks for all you do, Gilly Brums.
This is a great question, and also I feel your pain. It's very irritating when people are having a rough go, and instead of sticking it out and trying to, you know, make a win out of it, they just quit instead.
Sure.
That happens quite frequently in Gambit, one of the multiplayer modes in Destiny 2, where there's a 3-round multiplayer mode, and so if you lose the first round, a lot of times people will just leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but there's 2 more rounds. We can still turn this around. Come on.
Do you matchmake with randoms a lot?
Now that I am pretty active with the clan, I don't
Sure.
generally have to, but sometimes I'll be on at like weird hours of the day, like
Yeah.
either in the morning or like super late at night, or sometimes I just only want to do like a quick match or two, so it's not worth it me like pinging the clan chat and being like, oh, who wants to squad up, because I'm only going to be on for like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, totally. I've been in that situation for sure.
So yes and no, but I decided last night to jump into the Division 2. I responded to a call from somebody because people can put out like an SOS essentially to
Get
come
a trophy
help
if
them.
you do it. Yeah.
And it was okay. I think the frustrating part was we clearly were all overpowered for the mission that we were on.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be like the high level person coming in and being like, I'll help you level 3 person. I'm level 10. And it wasn't that way at all. They were all like level 9. And I'm like, why do you guys need help doing this? Or why are there 3 of you? Did 3 of us just happen to all answer the call? Because I sent up the flare like several times yesterday and nobody responded.
Yeah.
So I just had to fight through on my own. But I think generally if you're going to do anything that has some kind of cooperative element, I get really frustrated when the people who are in the matchmaking process don't understand that it's a cooperative process. Like Rainbow Six, for example, that's a game that you really need to work together. Now, I understand that some people can't or don't want to be on voice comms for a variety of reasons, but it's really challenging to do a game like that that's super squad based if you don't communicate in some fashion or have some kind of strategy.
Yeah.
Or even worse, if you do team killing, which is the worst.
Who would do that?
A lot of people, Greg.
Terrible.
There's a lot of bad people out there.
Well, I'm just saying Andy had it coming and me and Nick thought it would be funny. For me, it's bad. Like the random times I have to, it's bad mic management. You know what I mean? Like when you jump in, it's just like you're playing music and there's like, I'm like, oh my God, jump in and mute you as soon as I can.
Or when somebody's eating directly into the microphone.
No, thank you. Yeah.
I was doing that a lot last night.
I know I got some complaints on that on What's Good. Sometimes I would eat while we're doing the podcast because it's like 2.5 hours long.
Sure.
So I stopped.
Yeah.
But
Kevin still hasn't
I
gotten
never
that
do
memo.
well on gaming. We were playing, what were we raiding last night? No, it was this weekend. I was playing with some members of the clan, and one of the members on our team was eating like in the middle of a multiplayer match, and I'm like, could you eat between matches?
Yeah, you got time. You got time in between
Is that a
these
thing?
things.
Can I ask that you just focus on what we're doing right now, and then you put your food down and eat it while we're loading?
I don't know what that person is thinking, because I know you incredibly well. I think we're really good friends, and when I raid with you, it is terrifying. I'm just like, what? Yes, Sergeant, whatever you want. Like, yeah, just tell me, can I go to the bathroom now? I have to go to the bathroom now. Time for a required reading, which we rarely ever do. This one comes from Kuchoco. Teenagers say EA brushed off reports of sexual harassment by Sims influencer. This is Gita Jackson. I'm going to read the opening paragraph. Last week, a Sims streamer and YouTuber in EA's Game Changer program was accused by several people in the community of sexually harassing minors online. Although he stepped down as a game changer on March 5th, people in the Sims community are still left wondering why it wasn't addressed months ago. Because some of the people who say they were victimized by him say they reported his actions to the Sims development team in December of last year. Multiple teenage boys say that a member of the EA Game Changer program who goes by the handle Dylan Sims used his status to prey on them. Obviously, if you've ever watched Kinda Funny Games Daily, you know I'm a huge fan of Gita. She does amazing work over at Kotaku. This is no exception. It is a gigantic piece that goes on, and I just caught it before we went live. It was a thing of, in our video game commentary show, there's not much commentary we can give this. Don't be a fucking monster. And if someone has victimized you, speak out about it, please. Don't be afraid to. I think it's a chilling read for sure. I'll be interested to see any ripples and ramifications from it. But I think it's, we talk about so much fun stuff on the show, and obviously then we do talk about unfun stuff with layoffs or this, that, and the other. This is like such a dark thing that's influencing, at least on the edges of our world. I thought I should bring it up, but not necessarily focus on it. But I think everybody should head over to Kotaku, check that out. It's Gita's report on this sexual harassment by Sims influencer. Time to squad up. This is where one of you writes in to patreon.com/kindafunnygames. You give me your name, username, platform of choice, and why you need help in a video game. I read it here. The best friends come and find you, and everybody has fun together. Today, Brandon needs help. His username is Real Life Squad Up. He's giving me...
It's like a roommate matching site.
Oh, okay. It's a roommate matching site. His roommate matching name is Gunn, Gunn, 110066. So 110066. What's up, Kinda Funny Games Daily? My name is Brandon, and I'm looking for roommates at the University of Central Florida downtown campus, Union West. The dorm opens in the fall, so if you are interested in rooming with a Kinda Funny best friend, hit me up. My name on the roommate matching site is Gunn, Gunn, 110066.
That is some next level roommate sourcing.
If this fucking works, I need to know about it.
You need to send us a photo.
I need to know all about this if this works. And I want photos. Yeah, you guys chilling out. We will send you.
You guys can both be wearing your Kinda Funny shirts.
I will send you Kevin to help move you in.
Do it.
I don't think he'll do it. I mean, he would, but he'd be really grumpy about it and then act like he hates it, even though he loves it. And then I'd hear about it for 6 months.
And
even
it'd
though
probably
he wanted to
cost
do it.
you a lot in hamburgers.
Also true. Or he would just have hamburgers for you in all his pockets. Andrea, we asked people watching live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames to go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screwed up so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Roosterteeth.com, podcast service around the go. I'm going to start with Danny Victod, who says 343 Industries has confirmed there will be no battle royale in Halo Infinite. Their quote was, the only BR in Halo oh, he means Infinite, is the battle rifle. Sorry, you didn't spell out Infinite there, and it threw me. So there you go. Interesting, I didn't know that. Come on, guys. Okay, there's that. Okay, we're caught up to where that is now. There's a lot of opinions in here. Okay, hold on. Nanobiologist says Co-op also had connection issues in the Master Chief Collection. Quote, the Master Chief Collection launched with some players suffering from severe server problems with major lag and matchmaking trouble from the beginning.
Yes, that's just that co-op falls under multiplayer though.
Sure, no, I had asked for clarification and somebody to spell it out, so that was it for me. Here we go. Nanobiologist says Appalachia. Okay, good to know.
That one's not true, by the way. The one that you have highlighted. I looked it up.
Oh, I was moving on. That's not factual enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, there's a good Kotaku article on Master Chief Collection being screwed up from Adrian. Oh, okay. I Am Legend says, you said you're going to stream Anthem on Friday. I think you mean Division 2. You're correct, I do.
Are we streaming that Friday?
Of course,
Yeah,
Barrett.
it's on the
Hell
calendar.
yeah.
Afternoon. You going to play with me?
Hell yeah, I'm fucking down.
Angie, you playing with me?
Yeah, I'm in.
Cool. Kevin probably too then, I guess.
I should probably check my calendar first.
All right, cool. That's it. Good enough.
Good enough indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow it is Widow Wednesday. Thursday, it's me and O'Neal J. Johnson. Friday, it's me and Steve Saylor. This, of course, is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show. Patreon.com/kindafunnygames. Watch later. YouTube.com/kindafunnygames. Listen on podcast services around the globe. Yeah, I nailed it all. Andrea, are you streaming the Division 2? You hinted you might.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go home and take care of just a couple business emails because, as you know, the Game Developers Conference begins very, very soon.
And a lot of people are trying to book me now. Like, no, the schedule's locked.
My
The schedule's
schedule was done.
It's over. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
I maybe can squeeze you in at PAX.
Yeah.
But then this afternoon, I think, why not? I've already done my hair.
Perfect.
Got makeup on my face.
If you're still going this evening, I'll join you.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you.